You're listening to A Wee Moan Podcast with Nads and Joan.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're a bit late, Nadia, but here we are. And everyone, welcome back to A Wee Moan Podcast, your guide to all things pop culture, celebrity news and gossip. We're late. It is January the 13th, but it doesn't matter because we're still festive.
Better late than never, Joan. And tell you what, the fight it has been to make this episode. This is take, 8? We have tried to do this episode so many times.
Mostly your fault, just saying.
There was. I had an emergency trip to the vet. We had a lot of issues with the Rosebud. Half of Melbourne is, in fact, in my hood right now. So we have network issues down there.
Oh, of course.
There's been a lot of stuff going on. And, but here we are. The most important thing is here we are. So tell us a bit what's going to happen today. We're going to break down some Christmas.
We are. So we thought to ourselves, okay, this is the first year of our podcast. We've had some major celebrities that we tend to talk about a lot. And we're going to tell you all about them. Do you want to just run over our Christmas first?
Yeah, let's talk about our Christmases first because part of it we spent together. So I think that's kind of interesting.
Isn't it? So we went to the beautiful area of is it South Gippsland? Anyway, it's near Wilson's Prom, which is a part of Victoria in Australia on the coast. One of Wilson's Promontory is one of the most beautiful places in the whole world. We were in a place called Cape Trap camping together with a bunch of other fabulous people, all listeners of our podcast, as we all know, all fans. We were camping down there. And for anyone else listening to the podcast, that area of Cape Trap or Gippsland is where Erin Patterson is from.
Yeah, we had a really funny. We were driving down together. We had a bit of a funny text exchange where Joan described Erin thundering around looking for mushrooms a couple of years ago. And yes, you're going to be hearing a bit of sound effects because Joan has discovered a new talent, which is sound effects and creating our podcast, making it far more with far more production values.
Yeah, far more listenable. It's listen out for those. Yes, that's the area that Erin was from. That would have been where she was stoking out her mushrooms and where her property is, and also where all the media just completely, inundated the town of not Canberra, as Nadia liked to call it, Corumburra. But I mean, it's a small town, isn't it, Nads?
Leongatha, Lock.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Leongatha, it's a pretty big town, I would say. Yeah.
Leongatha is, for the world's media.
Well, in terms of 100%. It would have been a bustling city town all of a sudden, with everyone high flyers and, all the people trying to get the information, all the latest scoop.
Now, there was another mystery happening down in Leongatha in Cape Trap this weekend too, and that was for
missing shoes.
The case of the missing shoes.
Yeah.
So as we were camped, Nadia was in a tent that she'd just purchased. I was in my fabulous caravan, a bit more comfortable, but you were happy. We had a knitting circle set up. Anyway, what was happening was that shoes were going missing, and people then came around to us and said, listen, don't leave your shoes outside your caravan or tent at night because they will be stolen by a fox. We don't know.
We didn't know at the time.
I didn't
had no
believe
idea at the time.
I was like, whatever. What a load of crap.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it.
But it's true. Were you told that it was a fox that was taking them? I didn't think we knew that. Oh, okay.
I think you tuned out. Your friend told us on the beach. Your friend came up with it. I knew, but I was sort of like, as if. Yeah. Anyway, it's true. And this fox has been probably for a very long time coming around and stealing shoes. Of course, it only takes one shoe, so then you're left with one random Asics or Blundstone or Puma or whatever is your taste in shoes, which is incredibly annoying. You'd rather them both get stolen, right? And our friend Adele, who we're camping with, her brand new pistachio covered coloured Asics were stolen.
a really annoying thing. And it was also a Christmas present. So it's very annoying, especially like to happen, or, just after New Year's, that you're missing a brand new, probably a $300 shoe. Yeah, really, really annoying stuff. But we had a mystery solved by our friend Melanie, shout out.
Melanie.
And her Jagger. They found a nest of shoes.
Yes.
One shoe, there was a trail of shoes, and then they all of a sudden found a nest of shoes. And all the kids had a great time fishing them all out and putting them all in a row. And then we had someone there. Oh, God, and now the name is going to escape me. What's Josh's girlfriend? Anyway, she is the writer of a local newspaper, and she said she was going to write a story and potentially try and get the front page for the kids, which is kind of a nice little news story. But
because as we know, not much happens down in that area apart from mass murderers. Okay, so let's go back to the show. So today we are going to review, think about some of our favourite people and what they're up to. Favourite, or favourite for some of them we like, some of them we dislike. So let's start with the disgraced baby grumbles, Randy Andy, or the pervert formerly known as Prince Andrew. Or, as we'll find out, he's got another few different names. He could be known as A, or the Invisible Man. Now, what do you think he got up to? Because as you know, he's been ousted from the royal family and he's not allowed it at the royal Christmas. That's one person we're going to talk about. We are then going to talk about what the royal family actually did, the ones that are still in the royal family. So, of course, Meghan and Harry probably not there. Well, definitely not there because we know that. We're also going to talk about the Kardashians. Where did they gather? And more importantly, who has the better wrapping paper? We are going to discuss Erin Patterson. What is she doing for Christmas? What is Christmas like inside a jail? And finally,
our favourite,
Bonnie Blue. Where did she go? What country was she kicked out of? And
round of applause.
Did she send a secret message to baby Grumbles, aka the pervert formerly known as Prince Andrew?
Wow. Do we have a segue from one to the other? I mean, a perfect through line between characters. I mean, this is a perfect show, Joan.
Let's reached out.
Yeah, really? Well, let's start there. Let's start with our favourite, Bonnie Blue. Let's bring her up to the picture. If you can't, you're having trouble remembering, we talked about Bonnie Blue a couple of episodes back. She is a internet sensation, spreading her legs to the world, and betting barely
anyone. Mine.
So tell us a bit more about that story, Joe.
Okay, so she look, she made a Christmas message and she said about Prince Andrew, she said, Andrew seems a bit of a lad. I should give him a fast pass to my next event. That would keep him out of trouble. So she was inviting Prince Andrew to come and visit. I know.
A personal invitation to a known pedophile. Now, yeah, that's she certainly does know her PR, as I remember from our last episode. She seems to be that's part of her image and is to be known because she rages. No, it's rage baiting, Nadia. That's what we call it. She rage baits. Yeah. Well, so she certainly knows how to do that, doesn't she?
So she mentions Prince. I mean, seriously. Anyway, so Prince. So let's talk about. Can you bring up the photo of? So Prince Andrew, as we know, was ousted from the royal family mid-year and told to move out of the royal home that he lives in, and he has to move into Sandringham. Sandringham, bring up the picture of Sandringham, is actually where the royal family have their Christmas every year. It's a sprawling 20-acre estate. Beautiful. They go hunting on it. They play all sorts of games at Christmas time. But he will be in a little hovel out the back. It won't be a hovel. It'll be beautiful. But he'll be out the back and he won't be allowed to come to Christmas.
Really?
He hasn't moved in.
He won't be allowed to come to. He's not allowed. No, but he's allowed to be on the estate.
Well, that's where he's going to live because that's privately owned by the king. They're like, fine, put him there. It's not a publicly owned place, so let's put him on Sandringham and he can live there and just keep him out of sight, which he's furious about. And apparently, he's been even talking about. You know how he loves his like teddy bears.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
that
whole story?
came out in
Yeah.
60 Minutes special. Yes.
Yeah, so
He had
apparently
lines and lines of teddy bears.
Apparently he even he's like been talking about how, well, my teddy bears will not be happy about having to leave their home. I mean, he's
mad.
He's mad.
Actually mad.
But okay, so what happened? Something a little bit more interesting that happened over this break was, I mean, so much has happened, but let's just go here because. So the Epstein files, another 1,000 files released in the Epstein files. The American government released. Sorry, how many?
Epstein, I think. Yeah,
yes. Sorry. Okay, Epstein. They were released, and that included a series of like incriminating photos of certain people, but Andrew features heavily. And one of the photos is just so gross. It's bring that photo up, Nards. So it's Prince Andrew. He's in Buckingham. No, I think he's either in Sandringham, the estate, or Buckingham Palace.
What is it?
Ghislaine Maxwell is standing behind him with a gleeful look on her face. He is lying across the legs of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women, and there's a woman in the background. Nadia, is she topless?
She looks like she's wearing royal garb. No, she's not.
No, she's not. You're correct. Sorry, she's not topless. And Prince Andrew is lying across the laps of all of these young women with Ghislaine in the background, and he just looks like the cat that got the cream. I mean, it's disgusting.
And where is this? This looks like in a royal.
I'm sorry. It's either in Sandringham or Buckingham Palace. Like he was having parties in these places.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put it past him.
Like trafficking young girls into the palace. Anyway, it goes on from there. So that was one of the things that was released. But then also to incriminate him further and to also make sure that he's definitely not invited to Christmas, although I think he hasn't been for the last couple of years, there was also a series of emails. So there's 2 emails. The first was he'd sent on the 16th of August, 2001. And he says, I am up here at Balmoral Summer Camp for the royal family. Activities take place all day and I'm totally exhausted at the end of each day. The girls are completely shattered and I'll have to give them an early night tonight and it is getting tiring splitting them up all the time. How's LA? Have you found me some new inappropriate friends?
Oh, God. Wow.
Email to Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah. Of course, they all say it's not him, but it is him because he's at Balmoral Summer Camp and he's talking about the girls. And
they also would have record because they have extreme record of where the royals go, minute by minute. They've got a royal,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then Ghislaine, the classy lady, she's then sought out because they were heading to somewhere in South America. And so she sends an email to someone to organise inappropriate friends for Andrew. And this is the email there. It says, I just gave Andrew your telephone number. He's interested in seeing the Nazca lines. He can ride, but it's not his favourite sport, i.e. pass on the horses. Some sightseeing, some 2-legged sightseeing. Read intelligent, pretty, fun, and from good families, and he will be very happy. I know I can rely on you to show him a wonderful time and that you will only introduce him to friends that you can trust and rely on to be friendly and discreet and fun. He does not want to read about any trip in the papers, whom or what he saw. Yuck. Anyway, that was just more incriminating stuff for Prince Andrew, and you can imagine, I suppose, the royal family.
They have to be from nice families, that's interesting. He's very specific in what type of woman that he'll, what kind of young lady that he wants. They have to be from nice families and this, that.
Well, and they usually, were predators to women who came from vulnerable backgrounds.
Yeah,
so that's from good families. They were often from terrible backgrounds because they were vulnerable and they were taking advantage.
I know, but that makes me think that's quite. It actually creates a higher risk for him because people from good families are more likely to talk because they're supported and they don't feel vulnerable. So interesting.
Yeah, exactly. He's been given formal notice to surrender his royal lodge, and they're saying he won't budge until February, suggesting that he will spend the time at the royal lodge while the king invited the rest of his close family to Sandringham. So that is where the royals were at Christmas on Christmas Day, including Prince Andrew's daughters.
Mm-hmm.
They were on the wall on the So do you want to know?
I don't believe that he's not. Of course, who would know? That'd sneak him through the back door. I just don't believe that he's not going to be at Christmas.
I don't think Kate. I'm gonna say Kate wouldn't allow it. That's what I'm gonna say. Kate, yuck. Would you allow that man in your? I'd be like, get him out now.
Well, I do know that Prince William despises Prince Andrew. Yeah,
exactly. I think until the Queen died, everyone put up with him, and then it was like, okay, he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile.
Well, should we move on to another colourful character? Our old friend Erin Patterson.
Ooh.
Who, yes, we're going to talk about her time in.
Sorry.
No, they're not going to get old. I love them very much. She's actually spent her Christmas at the Dame Phyllis Frost Centre. Now, this is a women's prison.
Where?
Well, it's in Victoria, and look, this is it would be her first Christmas spent alone, and of course she's in solitary, which means. So let me just read out a little bit that I found out. In most Aussie prisons, Christmas is pretty low key. Routine doesn't change much. No visitors on the day itself. It's often a tough, lonely time for inmates. They usually get a slightly better meal than normal.
Yep.
Like roast turkey, chicken, ham, veggies, maybe some gravy and a mince pie or extra treat. Some places give a small festive pack with lollies or soft drink, and charities might send cards or hampers, especially in a women's prison in Victoria. But for someone high profile like Erin Patterson at the Dame Phyllis Frost Centre, she is in protective custody, basically solitary for her safety. So no mixing with others, no family visits on the 25th, probably eats alone in her cell, even if the food's a little bit festive. Just 4 walls, TV if she's got one, and whatever she buys from the canteen. Now here's a picture.
Yes,
that's the Dame. That is a cell from the Dame Phyllis Frost Centre Women's Prison. So that's a good idea of. It's basically 4 walls, a bed, very basic, some shelving, a little desk, and a sink, and possibly a toilet in there that we can't see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is her life forever now. She's removed from anyone. But as you said before, she hasn't actually been using her phone privileges or anything like that, has she?
No, we learned that when she was sentenced, they were saying I think it was the judge made anyway, it came out that she was allowed to make one phone call a day, just for like humane reasons, as in she could speak to one other person in the jail, and she was just refusing to do so. And I think she's allowed access to the library too, and she hadn't been doing that. So, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't go to the library, but anyway, she just must be absolutely scathing and furious, and sitting in there in her cell, just ruminating, planning her next meal.
Yeah.
True. Merry Christmas to you, Erin. And
yeah, that's it.
Well,
so who's next on our list? We can move to the Kardashians if you from the Victorian women's prison to Hollywood.
Let's go to Hollywood.
Let's go to the glamour of the Kardashians
now.
I love keeping
that.
Up with the Kardashians. No, although Rob Kardashian actually did come on to maybe the second last episode. He's made an appearance, and he said that he would come back to the show in the next season, which would be interesting because we've only really seen from these 5 girls, the Kardashian-Jenner family. So for Christmas, generally, every year they throw a huge bash. But I think this year they decided not to, because they just recently had the bash of Kris Jenner, the 70th, correct. So I think they've decided to not do a big Christmas party this year. But what they do, and what they're renowned for doing, is they have a Christmas present wrapping competition between the Kardashian Jenner clan, and you can see the website there that I've pulling there.
Okay, and do they make these? Do they?
Yeah, so I'm just going to go through the Kardashian Jenner's. So this is from Kourtney. So let's just go to Kourtney Kardashian Barker. She's on with a newspaper. Well, it's a newspaper. Can you see the pictures there? There's a newspaper and a ribbon ensemble.
Yeah,
there. I'm not
weird.
Yeah. It is a little bit, like it's. I don't know. Is it speaking to the times? Like it's like.
Hang on a minute. Whose is that?
That is Kourtney, your favourite, I believe.
She's actually not my favourite anymore. She kind of annoyed me at the end of the last season. So Kourtney, I believe, will do that because she's into she'd be like, I'm being sustainable or something. Don't you believe?
Yes, that is her entire, yes.
And it's like, Kourtney, sorry, you can't be sustainable, darling. Like there's nothing, nothing makes
And interestingly enough, it wasn't newspapers. It's a print of newspapers.
Oh, stop it.
Digitally,
so
you can tell. It's definitely not a
stupid.
Newspaper.
Just get a newspaper.
Yeah, and someone else said, they
Silly.
could have at least, if you're going to go to that much effort, do actual news stories of, what they're in the press. But anyway, that was just a creative note. So going to Kim Kardashian.
Oh, she's done tartan. She's gone tartan.
Yes, she's gone tartan.
Is
used in her Skims pajama. She used fabric that she had left over and created her Christmas. So that's actually more of a sustainable.
That's really sustainable. There. So well done, Kim. Yeah. And not well done for Kourtney. That's sustainable. I like it. I like hers more. I rate hers more.
Yeah.
Next, Khloe.
Okay, so we'll move on to Khloe Kardashian, who has also gone a tartan, but she's used a velvet green ribbon, which is very classy. It's a bit Ralph Lauren. So excuse my dog.
And look at it, a wee bit Scottish. Very Scottish there from the Kardashian.
Very
Kardashian clan.
It's very traditional. I mean, I like it. What do you think? Is it rating high or lower?
I think I like hers more than
the last
Kim's.
One.
Yeah, it's got a green ribbon as opposed. Yeah.
Khloe's on top for now. Let's go to Kendall Jenner, who has done a bit of a Meghan Markle, and she's on beige, and we've got ourselves a little sprig of
rosemary.
What is that? Rose. It could be rosemary.
It could be rosemary.
Maybe it's some other thing. Yeah.
Maybe it's marijuana, or if it was.
So this is feeling.
If it was her sister.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, look, she's even doing the orange Christmas tree. That's very Meghan Markle.
It is. It is.
So there we have it. What do you think? Is Kendall moving up the? Is she more than? What do you think? Better than Khloe's?
No.
Or is Khloe still on top?
Yeah, no, it's boring. Beige on beige. Like, please, it's Christmas time. Be bright and festive. I'm not interested in that. Yeah.
Moving on. Beige. Now, this is my, and it is.
Oh my God. Wow.
So if anyone can't see that, that is a leopard print on leopard print. That's a double print bow on wrapping paper. And I actually, yes, applause.
You like that?
I like that. I think, well, I don't think as a collection, but if I was given one gift like that, very cool. But all together, it's a bit much on the eyes. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. What do you think?
And so, I just like to think of Timothée Chalamet opening a present. Would he have been there opening a present from Kylie?
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah, of course.
That's a moment.
That would be
incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I want to see that.
So what do you reckon? She's on top? She's over Kourtney? Sorry, Khloe.
No. I liked Chloe's more, but because Timothée Chalamet is present at Chloe's, I want to be at that Christmas with the leopard print.
At Kylie's, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So the last but not least, we've got Kris Jenner, who I think has the best Christmas tree I've ever seen in my life. How beautiful is that? And she's just done a green on green. It's fairly monochrome. It's fairly It's basic, but classy. What do you think?
Yeah.
Is that topping either Kylie or Chloe's?
It's nice. Like you say, the tree is fabulous. It's an amazing tree.
Yeah,
but
I love the tree.
But no, I still like the tartan and the leopard print. That would be my top two, I would say. Yes.
All right. Well, if you want to check out all of these, you can either go to the Poosh website or you could visit us on YouTube, where you see our entire episode in Technicolor. Not only do you get Joan's sound effects, but you also get all the visuals that go along with our gorgeous podcast.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yes. So I think that concludes. Or do we have another Christmas special?
No, we've got. I have just got a list of games played on Christmas Eve with the royal family, which I'd
love to hear that. I'd love to hear that if you've got time.
Oh well, first of all, something that Princess Diana used to find very difficult. I'm sure most people would. Yeah, is that the family members were actually weighed before eating Christmas dinner.
What?
Yes, Nadia.
Actually,
you would turn up at Christmas. You'd walk down the hallway in your dress, and they'd put you on the scales. Could possibly freak out many, many people. What they wanted you to do is that they would like you to have gained 1.3 kilos at the end of the dinner.
Was that like a special game for them?
Yeah. It dates back to King Edward V. And it was to ensure that everyone eats their meal. But anyway, Diana found that very uncomfortable.
Oh, of course. She had an eating disorder. That would have been extremely difficult for her.
Exactly. Anyway, after they've all been weighed, they move on into the formal hall where they play a game of charades, which is quite serious, and the competition can become quite fierce.
Okay.
They then have a formal buffet dinner, and it's served at 8:15, which might include things such as stuffed boar's head.
My favourite.
That will definitely put the kilos on. And then there are more games like jigsaw puzzles and often a movie.
Yeah.
Now they also they give their in the German tradition of giving your presents on Christmas Eve, which I feel like is just leaking into pretty much everywhere in the world. It's fun to give you presents on Christmas Eve, or a bit of both. Anyway, they do that too, but they are speculating that Princess Kate and Harry will stop that tradition. However, Princess Kate.
Hang on. Kate and Harry.
Sorry, Kate and William.
Sorry,
sorry. So Princess Kate once, when Harry was single, she wants the presents on Christmas Eve are supposed to be funny, so they present funny Christmas presents.
Okay.
And she gave Prince Harry, when he was single, a grow your own girlfriend kit.
A bit harsh.
Probably regretting that, as it turned into Meghan. And then we have Princess Anne once gifted her older brother a leather toilet seat.
Oh,
whereas the Queen has been given a pair of slippers with her face on them. So they must have been hitting up Temu, because that's the only place you can get them.
I wonder what the Queen actually, what her presents, her funny gifts would have been. I don't think she was like much of a person that may have had a sense of humor.
You don't reckon?
I don't know. Yeah. I can't think of her doing that. But anyway, yes, she certainly wouldn't pick a leopard print toilet seat holder. A toilet seat.
Well, no, it's leather, not leopard print. Leather, a leathered toilet seat to be nice and warm for your bottom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not funny.
It's not funny, actually, is it? Why is that funny? I mean, it's not funny.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. We don't think they're funny. I'm just trying to see if I have anything else to tell you apart from. No, that's it. That is our royals. That is what everyone was up to on Christmas. Harry and Meghan did not attend the Christmas in Sandringham. So another year not spent together. Let's see what happens this year.
Yeah. No, it's going to be, well, anything's possible this year. Like we're getting a lot of rumours coming in that potentially, maybe Prince
William.
Prince Charles will step down, and maybe Prince William will step in.
Will become king.
Due to illness. So, you know what's weird, and I'll share something this is very obscure information, but I did actually hear a.
Hang on, just wait a minute. Go.
Was that a drum roll?
It was, but it wasn't really appropriate, was it? Anyway, just keep going. I'll find something better.
Well, it was just like a boop, boop.
It was
anyway.
Yeah.
Do it again. I want a proper drum roll.
Okay, but it's kind of here. Wait, ready.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's more like it was a shit joke or something.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
Moving on, I was listening to a psychic who had said years and years ago. It was about 5 years ago, and she said that after Prince Charles takes the crown, he will soon after. It will be he will have a very short royal term and then he'll give and that was before the cancer, that was before any of that. But she predicted that Prince William.
Who predicted this?
This was a psychic medium who was doing predictions.
Yeah, right. And I feel like William possibly would be like Dad, like you're old and tired.
It's time to
cancer.
Yeah, and to be honest, like when he had the coronation, he didn't actually look like he wanted to be there. I mean, that's my own personal opinion from looking at the way he was sort of like. Do you remember how he drove to they had footage of him like complaining in the car, and there was like a lip reader saying, oh, he was just telling people to get out the way, and he was just like in a really shit mood.
Yeah.
I just get the feeling he's actually doesn't really, he's not excited about the job. Whereas I think with William, he's going to go, okay, it's now the changing, there's going to be a real fresh energy. It's a young energy, and we've got a lot of work to do to rehabilitate the energy and and we're going to get rid of a lot of hangers on. Like we're not going to continue funding a whole lot of people on the royal purse. We're going to get rid of a whole lot of people. The Harrys and the Andrews of the world, and they've got to do a lot of work to rehabilitate their reputation in the world, because at the moment it's a bit of a mess. So he's got a lot of work to do in front of him. But I think if anyone can do it, I think the son of Diana will do it.
Well, and I also think it's Kate. That's where
Kate.
Kate is focused.
I think they've got a good head on their shoulders, and they've probably got the best reputation, or the cleanest reputation of all of them. So fingers crossed that they can, do what they need to do. Yeah. Anyway, that's a
wrap.
That is a wrap for our first show of the year 2026. Hopefully we've got more shows coming up very soon, and apologies for the late Christmas special. We did our best to get there in the end. Any final words, Joni?
No, just Merry Christmas to all, and a Happy New Year.
Yes, and a huge thank you for all the support in 2025. We really appreciate everyone who's been listening and supporting and commenting and even just, giving us a high five and encouraging us along the way. So we really appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Och, that's enough moaning for today, lasses. See you next week.